Attention readers and leaders, world-renowned author Jordan Wells has teamed up with Hip Hop News Uncensored for a special offer just for you. That's right. I want everybody listening under the sound of my voice to click on the link at the top line of the description box and make sure you go grab yourself one of his many books right now. I'm guaranteeing you this book, any one of these books, will change your life and the way that you see things. The link is at the top of the description box. Ready, set, go.
LA work, you're going to always have a connection with your big home. You're going to almost always have a connection with your name, let me say your namesake, because you named after this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was right there with him, so I don't know. But Jay Stone, my loc, though.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out there, man.
Now, we see you sitting down a lot with Wack 100. This is my last Nipsey question as well. We see you sitting down with him a lot of interviews, but he has, over the last couple of years, said some things that people thought were kind of disrespectful, of Nipsey Hussle. Did you ever have any words with him or tell him, how you felt about that you would like to share with the people?
Yeah, I tell him all the time. But you got to realize Wack is directional. So basically, it ain't always. To me, he ain't saying nothing that he didn't. He feels that. He's telling your truth, and I tell him all the time. It's the way that you say it.
Yeah,
it ain't always got to be that you lying, but the way you say it and the way you present it. You know what I mean? But he ain't lying if he feel like my little dude wasn't a legend in his eyes, because he was a legend in mine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fight with no nigga on how you feel, because I know how I felt. I chose him. I put my energy behind him. I knew what he was gonna be. Living or dead.
Indeed.
I'm the one said that. When nobody else knew, I said that. This is gonna be the one. You know what I mean? So it don't matter. He gotta remember him. It was a whole lot of people, and I'm not gonna say their names, who was talking about he looked too much like Snoop. His voice was squeaky. He can't use the name Nipsey Hussle because there's already somebody named Nipsey Hussle or Nipsey Russell. They wanted us to do a whole lot of shit, bro. They was like, nah, can't no Crip get on. So that didn't do nothing but fuel the fire. I said, what did he do? He showed the world. Now my guy's name, pictures, and presence is plastered all over the world. Now the question would be, is he a legend right now?
Oh, absolutely.
You fucking better believe it, he's a legend.
Absolutely. He's sitting on our wall right behind us as we speak.
So why we care what somebody else say, bro? Why we care about what somebody else say? Let that man have his own words, bro. The proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding.
Indeed. I want to talk about hip hop now, man. You started the conversation saying that you boxed, you practice martial arts, you were real savvy with the hands and the feet, and you didn't mind getting dirty if you had to either. But this new age of hip hop and these new generation, they go right to the gun and they go to shoot motherfuckers. Now I know you've had conversations with some of the youth, Quando Rondo being one of them as of late. Not to talk about him personally, but just hip hop in general in the young age of hip hop. Do you think they're really built for what they're showing on social media, what they're portraying, and then what they're living on the street?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of them are. A lot of them. I mean, shit. You're picking up these guns, and they ain't got no choice. Once you use that gun, you get that case. It don't matter if you built or not. Either you're gonna be getting the problem is not them actually doing the crime, because anybody can pick up a gun. A 3-year-old can pick up a gun. But what's gonna happen to you after you do that crime is the question. That's the thing that people don't see. You know what I mean? Like, we don't paint that picture. Because I believe, honestly, that any youngster with a gun can knock your head off.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I'm here so long is because I respect that. Yeah. I don't underestimate no youngster with an attitude and a gun. You know what I mean? And that go from my neighborhood, anywhere else, or anything I do. I'm gonna show respect to whatever and whoever's moving. You know what I mean? Because that could be a vital mistake in your existence to not do.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, I think what we see in hip hop today is more acting out of the violence that was not acted out in previous generations. So I don't know if we could blame this generation because there used to, and there's always been beefs in hip hop. Always. It used to be LL Cool J versus Kool Moe Dee. It was NWA versus Ice Cube. Well, in today's time, the difference is these same beefs now can don't get real. Like, what level of beef are we on? And that's what happens. That's why we see a different level of engagement.
You think it's the message?
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it do. It do.
What do you think about the message that these dudes is putting out? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was saying, what do you think about the message?
When you say,
go ahead.
It's the same message. It's the same message from back in the days. These dudes always been beefing. There's always been beef in hip hop. I don't think we could sit here and blame this generation of rappers and say that this generation are worse than the other generation of rappers. You know, because it's not true. You know, I always talk about the drug use. Then the drug use is different. Mm-hmm. Because in our generation, we were talking about selling the drugs. This generation is talking about and using the drugs. So a lot of them are losing their connection to the world mentally. So a lot of these youngsters we're dealing with, man, are really kind of not there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? With this lean that they taking, this lean is really heroin. So they hooked on this heroin. It's driving them crazy. They taking psychiatric drugs that's meant for people who have psychiatric illnesses and not realizing if you take something that's meant for somebody who has a psychiatric illness, right, and you don't have one, don't you think you're going to develop one?
Yep.
In some kind of way? But they don't realize that. So a lot of these kids that be talking about doing stuff on these songs really fucking may be serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, they taking psychiatric drugs. You pull up on these kids nowadays that took Adderall, Percocet, and some lean. Man, I'm not finna think this nigga not gonna do everything that he said he gonna do.
Yeah.
Fucking with me, I'm a believe everything he said.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna act accordingly. Man. These dudes get to talk about they gonna kill everything and shoot everything, and I got my pistol. Man, I'm finna believe everything this dude said.